you want to prove that there's actually something up there that nobody knows about. Like,
Yeah, whether it be Mount Meru or if it's somewhere further than they've told us that it's not actually where it's at. Who knows? We have no idea. We don't know.
Imagine you just go to the North Pole and you start seeing like prehistoric creatures and shit like that. Holy, I would be I would be like terrified.
You know what's an interesting question? Whenever people say, "Why don't you just get on a plane and just go that way?" But Damsel, I had a question. You being in the military, you understand that that's not possible due to the fact that the militaries of the world guard certain areas. Like,
and it's not hard. People seem to think it's hard, like you could sneak around. No, they have it covered with radar and all kinds of other. You know, you can only have radio signals. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You got your transponders on, so they're going to know where you're at. And they don't just let you go. Even ships are transponded, so how are you going to hide?
There was actually a photo.
Because if you turn it off, then you're on your own. If you sink without your transponder, you're dead.
Yeah, some people usually say like, we can go to Antarctica. Like that's one thing we can do, and then they're like, who's going to stop you? Is there going to be penguins guarding the ice wall, or like they say stupid things like that? But the reality is that if you're on the water, any water, people are going to know where you are. Like it's just anybody leaving a port, you're going to have like what you said, a transponder.
Paper, your transponders, you're going to have your passports. They're going to record that on the computer. They know where we are. They do. Sorry. And you can't go. You can't go unless you get a secret clearance. They even civilians that are contracted have to pass the background check. So they have to decide who they're going to let in. Not. They may reject you. Who knows? Decide you're a flat earther and say no.
Going to Antarctica is like the Truman Show. They try to go after you when you try to go to the very edge. Like it's like
I don't even think they need to do that, man. Like you won't even ever leave port. Like if they don't feel like you need, if your destination is going to be somewhere like where they think they don't want you to be. But then
you got to remember, there's nowhere to fuel. There's nowhere to get fuel other than the 2 points. Basically, you got Australia, maybe New Zealand you'd use, and maybe South America, of course, Cape. But there is nowhere to gain fuel if you run out or don't have enough. They don't let people fuel up more than enough. I've been told they get down to the exact amounts. Basically, are just limited exactly enough to get there and back, even with just a little bit of bad weather. So it's strict, man. They're not playing. They're not playing. I wish they were playing.
I kind of, I'm actually working on a story, but it's kind of like a work in progress, but it's also really solid right now. Like I actually have a lot of solid stuff. But you know what the cosmology for this story is? It's actually a flat Earth, and it doesn't really outright say it, but there is other land outside of the flat Earth whole flat Earth thing.
Always fun to think about. I always like that. That's one of my fun ones. I like to speculate.
Yeah, and
just for fun. I mean, it's just as fun as thinking about space. I mean, I used to think about going to space and all that. So this is my substitute, is wondering what's out there and imagining it. So yeah, fun.
Exactly. And the thing of my story is that the whole Earth gets basically destroyed by a black goo sort of parasite that basically controls minds, and it has an eye, a giant eye, and it has little eyes that are kind of like its minions, and it's basically a parasite slash virus that basically can take over a human body. So
body snatchers. Oh no.
Body snatchers.
Body snatchers.
It's more like the symbiote from Venom, but
there you go. Yeah. Here's that video I was talking about with the weird Antarctic stuff. There it is.
Yeah, so but the thing is that the parasite actually comes from another crater right outside the Earth crater. So that's a little interesting, like, thought that I had. Like, what if this thing came from another part where humans used to live? So
that's what I wonder. When you see that they've been finding, but supposedly not real big knowledge, but they say they're finding weird artifacts down in Antarctica. So, it's like old buildings maybe, or what?
Yeah.
Caught a few reports of that, and it's like, maybe there was people living there. It was warmer or something changed.
Redacted, what do you think the shape of the Earth is? What's your opinion?
Yeah. What do you mean?
He's a flatty.
Is he a flatty?
He's a flatty.
Yeah. I'm just like, I just like being creative with it,
That's why he's going to write a book. Flat Earth is the foundation. Cool though.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's mostly centered around like the whole it has a couple of things that are like biblical almost, like the parasite has one eye, like the all-seeing eye, or how Lucifer actually has one eye according to some biblical passages, and there's also the fact like that transhumanism is a big part of my story, and there's also the fact that there are hybrid animal humans that are in the story too, and one of them plays a major role in it. So,
maybe you can really put the flat Earth in it. There'll actually be some novel that people can be sent to just read. Maybe give their kids to read too. Who knows? That might be good. Good way to advertise.
Or for adults, to be honest. It's
there you go. Young like adults and adults.
A lot of violence, dude. Like, holy crap.
Well, at least this has got a flat background to it. That'll be good.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like, I seriously wonder if the whole Earth crater should have like a dome or not, because it wouldn't make sense for the eye thing to be outside the dome and it doesn't have a way in. But what would make sense is if it kind of like broke through it, like from the outside. But yeah, that would kind of like
portal system. Who knows? You could come up with a portal system or something. You could come up with all kinds of stuff, man. An imagination.
Yeah, I wonder if it maybe should have like a prison or something like that, and then it's slowly starting to break free every time something happens. There you go. Yeah,
maybe they come up from the underneath. Oh no!
You like giant chains or something or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it should be
at least as long as it doesn't.
As long as it
make
doesn't
sure break the second law of thermodynamics. Don't break the law.
it breaks the second law.
You have to have some kind of barrier.
Yeah. How about metallic oxygen?
There you go.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff you can do.
Are delimited with metal, metal fence, barbed wire, walls, and at the windows you have these metal, how do you call them?
But yeah,
you could do all that, but just don't break the laws, and then that way you can kind of incorporate the whole flat Earth thing into it, and make it more real anyway, because then it would fit your science. You're going to kind of make this a sci-fi kind of.
It's more
thing.
of a science.
Yeah, so if you're going to do that, stick with the science, so it makes it work.
Yeah,
with kind of a way to work around, it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
might make a hit out of it. You can get all the flat earthers to buy it.
I'm wondering if there should be like here's what I think there should be: a giant ice wall that basically has the eye frozen over it. Like that would be a pretty cool concept. Like it's kind of like King Ghidorah from what do you call it, Godzilla. And he's kind of like imprisoned in ice, and this guy's kind of imprisoned in ice too. So that would be pretty cool.
Good.
Yeah.
So you can come up with lots of stuff. So anyway, I posted that video if you want to see it for the Antarctic.
Oh, yeah. Let me see.
Should look at that. So you need to learn your proof. So if you're going to convince your friend, write a good book, you're going to need to have some of these informations, like, some of this information can help you have some background so that your book is more realistic to what's out there, kind of what little we know. It'd be kind of fun to do that if you make sure you have enough of your facts together. So it makes the book more plausible. Anyway, every time I've read a science fiction book, I only believe the ones that were good enough that they actually fit enough science in it that it made enough sense that I could still believe it. If it totally blows the science out of the way, then I was done with it.